Aloha and shalom. We're here for the first quarter activation and I'm testing it out in a new spot here. I'm in my vehicle. I'm on the go today. So I wanted to get this done first thing with you all. And so I'm just in a new spot in my car, putting my windows up. A bit sunny and hot here in the desert. And I'm going to set up our little makeshift table here, always with the cards. I'm gonna go ahead and start shuffling while you guys tune in. Let me know in the comments where in the world you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Sedona, Arizona. And the first quarter activation, we had the new moon last week. So the first quarter is all about, we're 1 week into this 4-part cycle. We're just getting a feel for the theme of the month or moon. And today is Monday, Moon Day. So I've got my pearls. I got my pearls, my pearl for the moon. Little fun fact, pearls are very healing. They soothe irritation or emotional disturbances. So if you're ever feeling a little anxious, go to the ocean, of course. But yeah, rub a little piece of abalone or pearl and it will soothe you. Let me know in the comments where in the world you're tuning in from. Feel free to share this video now while we're live with family, friends, or someone who could use some guidance right now. Or of course, feel free to share at the end. The video will be here on Facebook, facebook.com/RoyalPathTarot. And then later on today, you'll be able to find the recording on YouTube and Instagram, Rebecca Magic. Later on today. So again, feel free to share now while we're live. Get the people in the portal. Let's go. We have Ohio in the house. Where in the world are you? Ooh, flashy. Okay. Thank you in advance, Archetypes, Faces of the One, for this message that's about to come through. Thank you, thank me, thank we, thank the One. We are grateful for this bit of guidance, this map, and we trust that the cards that come out of this deck are going to be the ones that are reflecting the most important information so that we can piece together a plan to move forward with the most grace and the most ease, with the least amount of crisis, right? So just use our energy individually and collectively most proficiently. We've got California in the house. Where in the world are you? All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Beginning with the challenge and gift, also known as the focus. Something we can step away from now to free up our energy to be with the focus. Why we're going through this. And then with the Hebrew cards, we'll pull the main ally of the week. And there we go. Okay. Let's jump on in, shall we? Challenge and gift. 4 of Wands. It's wands, so it's a suit of fire and spirit. And it's 4, which is all about security, stability, and foundation. So when this card comes up, it's asking us to look at how are we solidifying the foundation of what we've got going on, first spiritually, first in the unseen realm. How can we look at the ways in which we're putting forth effort and perhaps we could tighten up the ship, clean things up a little more, and be more, again, proficient with our process. Like, where are we leaking energy? Maybe putting too much energy in the outside realm, in the world of material things and appearances, and instead take that energy back and put it toward the foundation, which is always in the unseen realm. This is the card that asks us to look at how can we acknowledge that the sustainability of what we see outside fully depends on the sustainability of what we are creating on the inside. So right now we're being asked to close our eyes, revisit the unseen realm, and set the blueprint there first, very clearly, for what we want to manifest. And what does that even mean? It looks like reviewing what it is you're wanting to manifest in the outside realm, reevaluating whether all of the details of that plan are in alignment with the truth, the law, the betterment of the one, or not. Where do you need to refine your plan or your blueprint so that it is in harmony with the will of the one, so that it is in harmony with the plan of bringing heaven to earth, so that it is in harmony with your purpose of being here to be a good person, to do good, be good? Is your plan in harmony or not with the reason that you came here, which is to seek those opportunities in each moment to embody more of the light of the virtues, which ultimately means to embody more of the light of compassion, of God, of Creator, of Source. So it's like just taking what you've been doing out here and bringing it back to what's in here and the truth, and remembering why we're here and aligning with that once again, so that when we come back out into the world of multiplicity, in the world of things, we're staying true to who we are and our purpose as it relates to the divine, right? So it's like sometimes we get a little lost because we get so caught up in the details of the material reality that we start to kind of, we're off kilter, right? We start to come out of our center. And then we start to, kind of waste a little bit of energy. We have all this extraneous stuff going on in our thoughts and in our reality. So we just need to, again, tighten up the ship as it relates to our divine purpose. And it doesn't matter whether your plan is to work at the local deli or start up a nonprofit or, put your kids in a new school or start a new relationship, like literally whatever you are doing in this material reality, and not just one thing, but all the things that you are working on in this material reality, your relationships, your jobs, your creative pursuits, all of the situations that you're in. Just reevaluate, close your eyes, review each of the situations you're giving your energy to in this reality, and solidify those seeds to manifest opportunities to be more virtuous within each of those pursuits. So for example, and it's super easy, it sounds all complex, but it's not. For example, when you close your eyes and say, okay, let me review first my relationships, okay? And you can use the suits. So you can use the elements, right? First start with the cups. That's feelings, relationships. How am I behaving in my relationships? What are the intentions I've been setting? Have I been intentional enough in my relationships? And how can I remember that the ultimate intention back of all things is to manifest more opportunities to be a better person? So it's just about reweaving that purpose into all that you are doing right now. And again, starting with cups, relationships, then you can move into pentacles, all of my creative pursuits, my job, all the things I'm trying to manifest. How am I remembering to stay true to my spiritual process of inviting in more opportunities to be more compassionate through those experiences of manifestation, right? And then you can move into the next suit. So you could use each of the elements, or you don't have to do that. Just simply ask yourself, where am I investing my energy in life right now? And how can I imbue purpose more strongly back into this? How can I breathe life into all of these situations? Because that's ultimately what you're doing, right? When you weave this purpose of manifesting opportunities to be a better person within each of these situations, what you are quite literally doing is breathing life, breathing light, breathing love, because they're all the same, into each area of your life again. And maybe you're doing this even on a conscious level. Maybe you are super intentional in every area of your life. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I'd be slipping, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you are being pretty conscious in each of these areas of your life. You are being intentional, but I challenge you to be more intentional. And that could look like simply just sitting, closing your eyes, going within. Again, it's about the unseen realm and creating stability there. Closing your eyes, going within, and reviving the purpose within your relationships, your creative pursuits, your job. Declaring, I invite in more than ever now opportunities to be a better person within my relationships, within my creative pursuits, within my thoughts, and within my reality. And just declaring that and affirming that, reaffirming that, reinforces that. Again, it breathes light, love, and life into all that you do. It literally like uplifts your entire reality multidimensionally, and that light radiates outward. And so everybody you come in contact with then feels that. You literally brighten up the world, not just your world, but our world when you do this work. So breathe that life back into all that you're doing right now in your life, okay? Breathe that purpose back into every aspect of your reality. And again, when we're doing these activations and we're getting these messages from the timeless realm of the archetypes, we're doing this because we're anchoring in light that will come of this for eternity. What we are doing right now is being supported by the universe. It's like those days where you give to a charity and they match your donation. That's what happens when we're doing these activations. The universe says, if you do this specific work right now, the energy is aligned, cosmically and naturally in such a way that your efforts are going to be matched and multiplied exponentially. So remember, everything that you're going through right now to help you do this work, everything is just a catalyst for you to anchor in this light, which is going to last forever. So always remember that when we're doing these activations and receiving guidance from the realm of the archetypes, otherwise known as the Archetypal Alliance, which you are a part of because you are made up of them. Okay, we're moving away from, clear one here, clear message here. 5 of Swords, it looks like this. And this is all about defeat. And it's temporary, right? Because you may have learned that the Swords is the suit of air, but it's actually the suit of earth. DM me or purchase my book to learn more about that little manipulation in modern tarot. Okay, so it's earth, so it's actually temporary. So right away we want to consider that even though it's a challenge, because swords represent challenges, it's temporary because it's the earth, and the earth, everything here is temporary. Everything's always changing. Nothing lasts forever. So this is about defeat, and again, temporary, right? And so it's about a challenge starting to turn now, because it's 5, it's the turning point. We're moving to the other side. The 6 is always on the other side, okay, where we have the choice to move to the other side, rather, I should say. It's always a choice. So what is this saying right now? We can move away from the situation that we've been giving too much energy to. Maybe you've been feeling defeated, or you've been feeling like there's a situation that's just kind of stale. There's a stalemate. You need to move forward now with the challenge. You need fresh energy. So, the saying goes that it's not weak to walk away. And that's like the key right now. It's not weak to walk away. It's actually empowering and strengthening and wise to walk away from a situation that is just stale, that's not moving, right? It's like still water is what breeds disease, right? We want to move that flow on. So how does that connect to this? And interesting, we have a 4 and a 5. Just want to point that out. The numbers are always speaking to us. Everything is numbers. Everything is the 1. Okay, so it's saying this. If we want to create that stability and we want to move forward and build upon that stable foundation, which is in the unseen realm, we have to take our energy back from leaking it to this and that and giving ourselves in thought and in physicality and our emotions, giving all that power to situations that are not going anywhere. So it's just time to be progressive. If you find yourself, for example, getting stuck in a thought loop of feeling doubtful or just questioning, indecision. Oh, indecision is worse than a bad choice. Come on, we're not going to be fence sitting here. So if you find yourself at a stalemate, okay, first within your mind and then in your reality, because they're connected as within, so without, that's where you want to look in your life. Oh, I feel stuck there. I feel like nothing's happening there. I feel unsure. My uncertainty is not going anywhere. Like I find like I'm not making a decision. I'm not able to move forward. Okay, time to take your energy back and put it towards something else. Time to move the energy. Even one simple thought could change your whole reality, right? This whole reality is made of our thoughts. right? The first principle of Hermetics is the principle of mentality. All is the mind. So do something first in your mind, in thought, and then in your reality that's going to shift you away from where you've been leaking your energy. One simple move, just make a change, do something different, change your routine. Pull your energy out of that stuck situation so that you can get on track. And once you feel like, okay, I get it, I have to walk away from that, that means I'm ready to plant the seeds and create the foundation first in the unseen realm, in the spiritual realm, so that I have a solid thing to build upon in this reality, in this material reality. And why we're doing this? Oh, the High Priestess, she's been coming up a lot. High Priestess, also known as the Veiled Isis. And she is the keeper of the two that is the one within the heart. That truth, love, light that lives within, she is the gatekeeper for that. She protects that, she keeps it safe. She guards what comes in, what goes out. She's connected to her intuition. She is in tune. And what does this mean in regard to the other cards? It's saying that if we want to maintain balance, and we want to be able to hear the voice of our intuition, which then leads us to making right choices, like for the long run, like for the next 7 generations, like for eternity. If we want to be tapped into that voice, that level of guidance that comes straight from the heart, the center of all centers, then we need to stop dwelling on what's not happening and what we don't know. We need to pull our energy back in, set the right foundation for what we really want to see happen, and then make moves from there. So we're going through this so that we can hear the voice of our intuition, to get back on track, to feel clear, so that we can move from feeling uncertain and stuck to feeling faithful, to feeling that level of trust in the divine unfolding in all moments. Okay, so again, simply put, we're moving away from doubt and uncertainty and feelings of defeat, and we're moving back into a space of trust in how everything has unfolded up until this moment. Trust in how things are unfolding in this very present current moment, and trust for what is going to be unfolding in the moments to come. We're moving back into that space of trust. And you can't be in both. You can't be in a space of doubt and uncertainty and feeling defeat while simultaneously feeling connected and trusting in the divine plan. You can't be both. So we're letting go of that. We're going, oh, I feel defeat. Oh, this was all for a reason. Of course. Like, I forgot for a second. That's okay. That's what this life is about. Ebb and flow. Forget, remember. And as I remember, and I trust, and I surrender, and I relax, I step back into that High Priestess, that Veiled Isis archetype, which is in all of us. And I'm able to hear the voice of my intuition. And so I'm now able to finally set that foundation. It's like there were missing bricks because our energy was leaking to this. And, oh, well, why didn't that work out? And when is this going to happen? And that was causing like leakage, right? Energy leakage and missing bricks from the foundation. But now that we let that go and we're stepping into that space of truth and trust, the foundation is strengthening. And now we'll truly be able to move forward. And I love this for us. The Hebrew letter ally of the week is the letter Resh, R-E-I-S-H. R-E-I-S-H. You can Google it. Remember, it's going to be flipped on the screen because we're on a camera. Okay, and the Resh is, the hieroglyphic symbol is the Rosh, which is the head, which when you're decoding what the hieroglyphic symbol means in the Hebrew language, it's always in connection to the divine. So what is the Rosh, or the head, in connection to the divine? It's the Godhead. It's that most high perspective, the perspective of oneness. So this is perfect because we were just saying, like, the High Priestess is the one who's connected to that perspective. She protects it. She guards what comes in and what goes out so that that pristine light can be maintained, so that it can shine, so that it can radiate and permeate through to all things. So it's like she's wearing the crown. Think of that crown as like the Rosh, the Resh. So this, as our ally, is saying to us, Reish, Rosh, remember the Most High perspective. This is what's important. That Mother, Father, God perspective, that Creator perspective, which would guide you through this moment and would say to you, okay, that's enough now, my child. Let's move away from the woe is me, from the pity, from the victimization. Remember, Reish, Rosh, remember who you are. Rise, Reish, Rosh, rise up. Stop living here, stuck in the root. That's what's happening right now. We're stuck in the root because until we activate that foundation properly, we have issues with like our root chakra, right? Whatever you want to call it, that Sephirah, which is all about survival and security. And if we don't have that, and if there's energy leakage or there are missing bricks to that foundation, the energy can't grow and spiral up the spine to the head, the Reish, the Rosh, to remember who we really are. So the Reish says, rise and remember. Pull your energy away from feeling like things are happening to you and not for you. Come on now. Come on now. It's easy to remember in good moments, but when things are hard, when you feel defeated, sometimes we get stuck in a spiral, a downward spiral, but it's simply time to rise up. Shift the direction of that spiral. In fact, there's only one direction anyway, though it may have felt like or appeared like you were going in a downward spiral. What's down? What's up anyway, right? It's all about perspective. So simply wake up from your victimization and remember who you are and go, oh yeah, I'm in power here. In connection to God, of course, when I remember who I really am in the light of that source, in the reflection of that one, then I can really rise up. And I'm going to say, oh, okay, so I forgive myself, of course, for pitying myself or victimizing myself. It was all a part of it. Nothing is outside of divine order. Every moment perfect. And so whatever defeat I've been feeling was actually meant to be, it's all good. It's all good. I accept this journey. I empower myself now to take the next step, take this journey into my own hands and do what I have to do to keep going. That's what the Reish does. The Reish says, remember, stop getting stuck down there in your root chakra, in that area, because you feel a lack of this or that. With the Lord as my shepherd, I shall not want, right? You have everything you need. Remember, rise up. Woo! All right, I'm feeling it. So we're going to look at the things that haven't been working, accept everything perfectly as it is. Remember, nothing is outside of divine order, including all of the pouting I've been doing. That's all good too. It's all a part of it. It's all for learning. Because if we didn't have the fall, we wouldn't have the rise up, right? Like the rise is equal to the degree that we fall. It gives us that momentum. Again, there's really no up and down anyway. There's only one direction. In fact, we're not really going anywhere. There is no time or space. We're just here, right now. And the rest is just a catalyst for us to continue to grow and multiply the light that we are within this sacred container of this body and this earth, sacred container. So we're embracing all of the feelings, all of the emotions, all of the hardships, all of the suffering, going, oh, thank you. Because as soon as I remember and I rise up, all of that becomes fuel for the rise up. All of that becomes material for us to use on our alchemical journey. That's the lead that we turn into gold. Happy birthday, Sean. Happy birthday, Sean. Woo! He's infusing a little birthday energy in here. And I just want to share that when it's your birthday, when you're experiencing your solar return, you are empowered. It's like a special moment on the spiral, the journey. And so you're sharing that light with us. So thank you. You are the gift. Okay, so rise and remember. Take back your energy. Look at all of the suffering, all the pain, all the discomfort, all the uncertainty. Take that and flip it into joy, into acceptance, into trust, into faith. In fact, it's more powerful than if we didn't experience the suffering. If we didn't experience the suffering, if we didn't experience the pain, we wouldn't have that material to work with to shift from the darkness into the light. We are already perfect. We are already the light. So when we come to this life, this earthly experience, and we create these challenges for ourselves, or we experience this pain or this suffering, it's literally just material so that we can create more light out of it. Otherwise, we'd have no purpose here. There'd be nothing to do because we're already perfect in the spiritual realm. So embrace all of the uncomfortable moments you've had recently and say, I'm going to use you. I'm going to flip the script. I'm going to take the opposite of what that was, and I'm going to neutralize all that energy, and I'm going to tip the scales and rise up and reconnect to my intuition so that I could patch those holes in the foundation and really start to make some progress. You got this. We got this. Thanks for doing this work with me, you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going on with my day from here, and I'm so grateful to have this energy as fuel and just this reminder to continue to weave the purpose in everything that I do. So as I go on to my next errand, my next chore for the day, I'm going to remember this activation, and I'm going to weave the purpose into what I'm doing. And that's naturally going to take my energy back from all that victimization that I may have even been subconsciously doing, because I'm going to be focused. And I'm going to go, okay, right now I'm doing this job. How can I be better at it? How can I be more patient in my communications with others that are involved in this job? How can I be more loving? Oh, somebody made a mistake here. How can I be more forgiving? That's what it's about. And if I'm fully immersed in that process, by the way, there's a tarot card for that in the Suit of Pentacles. When I'm fully immersed in that work, I have no time to be a victim. I'm feeding the one, and I'm a part of that one. So I'm loving myself, I'm forgiving myself, I'm helping myself, I'm being compassionate with myself. And that's magic. So let's go on, weave purpose into all that we're doing, and know that that is the key to effortlessly take our power back, stop victimizing ourselves, reconnect to our intuition, our light, the light of compassion, so that we can move forward from a solid foundation. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next week for the full moon activation. Very exciting. And I hope you guys had a wonderful eclipse season. It's been deep, it's been intense, so happy integrating all that has unfolded. If you're wanting a one-on-one session, please DM me or email me info@royalpathtarot.com. Or if you want my books and you want to learn how to kind of do tarot yourself, you don't even need a deck. It's for anybody at any level, whether you're a pro, you've been doing this for years, or you're a beginner, it's for anybody. I have a book on the major arcanum and the minor arcanum. I also have a video course that is an hour to an hour and a half long on this occult symbolism of each of the major arcanum cards. I also have some classes on the minor arcanum. So ask me about my classes if you're interested, and I could send them on over to you. Thank you guys so much. Also for your donations, thank you. I see you. For everybody who's been donating for the activations, I so appreciate you. If these activations have been helping you and you want to give back, my Venmo is Rebecca-Magic. Magic with a CK. You can see how it's spelled here on my Facebook. Yeah, or ask me if you don't have Venmo and there's another way you want to give back. Just reach out to me anytime. I love to hear from you guys. And another great way you can give back is by leaving me a review. Just go to facebook.com/royalpathtarot and you can leave a star review. Or just email me your review. Again, it's info@royalpathtarot.com. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.